Here's some of the stories trending this week at NASA. NASA held a news conference February 22nd at the agency's headquarters to discuss the finding by the agency's Spitzer Space Telescope of 7 Earth-sized planets around a tiny, relatively nearby ultra-cool dwarf star. 3 of the planets in this system, known as TRAPPIST-1, are in the habitable zone, the region around the star in which liquid water is most likely to thrive on a rocky planet. This is the first time so many planets have been found in a single star's habitable zone outside our solar system, and is the best target yet for studying the atmospheres of potentially habitable Earth-sized worlds. The February 19th launch of a SpaceX Dragon cargo spacecraft to the International Space Station was the first mission from historic Launch Pad 39A at NASA's Kennedy Space Center in Florida since the last Space Shuttle mission in July 2011. It also was the first commercial launch from Kennedy, highlighting the center's transition to a multi-user spaceport supporting government and commercial aerospace activities. The Dragon arrived at the station on February 23rd, loaded with almost 5,500 pounds of experiments, hardware, and supplies. The station crew received another load of supplies on February 24th with the arrival of an unpiloted Russian Progress cargo spacecraft, which launched 2 days earlier from Kazakhstan with almost 3 tons of food, fuel, and supplies. It was the first launch of a Progress since a launch failure last December. Engineers conducted the first RS-25 engine test of 2017 on February 22nd at NASA's Stennis Space Center in Bay St. Louis, Mississippi. 4 RS-25 engines, together with a pair of solid rocket boosters, will power the agency's Space Launch System rocket during launch on missions to deep space. The 380-second test enabled engineers to evaluate the development engine's performance under various operating conditions required for an SLS mission. On February 22nd, integrated structural testing began at Marshall Space Flight Center with test articles of the Space Launch System's Launch Vehicle Stage Adapter, Orion Stage Adapter, and Interim Cryogenic Propulsion Stage stacked in a test stand. The hardware is undergoing testing to ensure it can handle the stresses of a launch. The series of tests is expected to continue through early May. On February 20th, NASA's Glenn Research Center teamed with the Great Lakes Science Center in Cleveland, Ohio, to celebrate the 55th anniversary of the Mercury Friendship 7 flight that made late astronaut and U.S. Senator John Glenn the first American to orbit Earth. The event also highlighted the work of NASA's Hidden Figures, a group of women mathematicians who helped make Glenn's and other historic spaceflights possible, as well as the present-day modern figures enabling current and future NASA missions. And that's what's up this week at NASA. For more on these and other stories, follow us on social media and visit www.nasa.gov/twan.